Whoa, guys. Second upload this week. Oh, snap. It's me, Alec, here, and I'm bringing you another episode of Let's Talk Film. And today, we're talking about a movie that is getting very overshadowed called Booksmart. Oh, let me tell you about it. So, it's about these two seniors who are graduating. And they've been just school-oriented, focused their entire life. They haven't lived life socially or, went to any parties or any of that. And it snaps and they're like, I want to party, I want to have some fun. And it's basically just following that. It's a, coming-of-age / comedy kind of thing. It's Olivia Wilde's directorial debut. It's an impressive directorial debut, I will say as well. And it's a comedy. It's really good coming of age comedy with some great stars, and yeah, it hits a lot of great stuff. Let me just dive into some of those nice points for you. Let's go right into it. The main two of this whole movie is Molly and Amy. These two are the ones who are trying to go parties and stuff before they graduate. They were very good. They played off each other so well and so comedically. They had this kind of synergy that you don't see much between two upcoming actresses or actors. It's a new level. It's very impressive the way they did it too, because they were able to pull off this sense of realism in their characters so to a prestige level where you could visually be like, these characters are real people that could be so real, and it could be your best friend. That's something that a lot of top actors are able to pull off, and I was very happy to see it coming from these two. And because they had this incredible synergy with each other, that also meant they were able to play these great themes so spectacular, ideas and everything, it was mind-blowing the way they portrayed these themes. And they decided to sway it in. I'll dive in on those later, but Amy and Molly did it so well. It blew my mind. I know it's mind-blowing. Before I repeat myself, I'll just get to the next one, but they really did stand out. So, Amy and Molly are not the only two that are incredible in this film. The whole supporting cast are incredible. They really were amazing. They made the film just flow so naturally, and nothing felt forced, because the supporting actors and actresses were all important. There's not one character that you see that doesn't come back later to have a more significant part. And that's why I really have to applaud Olivia Wilde and the screenwriters for, because every single character has a role that is vital to this movie, and if they were taken out of it, it would completely shift the film and it wouldn't be as good. So it was great. These supporting casts were so realistically exaggerated, where you could feel that they could be real, but they were an exaggeration of typical high schoolers and such. It was great. Personally, Jared and Gigi were phenomenal. Some of my favorite supporting characters. My favorite in this film, but I would say also 2019, some of my favorite, because it's like another duo that plays off each other very well, and they're so funny. They bring a lot of comedy, and at times I was like, wow, Jared and Gigi are so, I want a movie, a Booksmart 2, Jared and Gigi. I love them. They at times did steal the show from the main characters, and I enjoyed it because they really were fun. But don't worry by me saying that, because every single supporting actor and actress is phenomenal. They really emphasize the film in the levels of fun it has and the levels of heart and everything. They really bring the movie up. There is not a single person that will bring that movie down. It just builds up and up and up and up more and more. It's so much fun. As I was watching this movie, I was sitting there and being like, wow, this really feels like a high schooler's version of 8th grade for like middle schoolers coming into high school. Booksmart's like high schoolers going, like, graduating. It really tackles some of the similar topics of transition and such, and it has kind of the same comedies types, but they also are very different in some manners than others, which I will explain later on. But it really is the high schoolers version of 8th grade, and I truly do think every high schooler should see this film, because it truly is a high schooler's movie. But it doesn't take away for adults or kids. It's for everyone, but it will really relate to a high schooler, since obviously that's what the movie's about. It really reminded me at times as well of like The Breakfast Club and other John Hughes movies, in the fact that like it captures this teenage lifestyle so well, and it very much impressed me. Because Olivia Wilde, this is her directorial debut. Like, whoa, that's really impressive for someone coming swinging out the gate. I don't know what's up with great directorial debuts, but it's great. It's really reminiscent of John Hughes movies, and also really makes me just look back on 8th grade and like, wow, both of them are great, and it's like the sequel to 8th grade, but not. I loved it. Booksmart also is incredible with tackling such great themes and not like shoving it in your face. It's very subtle themes that are very important and people will pick up. Like, there's a big thing in the film that one of the characters is LGBT, whatever, and it's really cool to see. It's really nice because it doesn't shove it in your face like, oh, this character is special because they're gay or they're lesbian or they're trans or something like that. It handles it like any normal relationship. And I think that's the power of this movie. It doesn't shove these themes in your face. It subtly hints at them or will show it, but it will treat it like any normal thing, especially with this LGBT storyline. It doesn't shove it in. It treats it like any crush or love interest that's ever been in a movie. It treats it like that. And it really is nice because it's just saying they're normal too. There's nothing different or that makes it special. It's the same thing as a normal crush. But it also tackles great high school themes like loneliness, like desire to fit in, friendship struggles, dealing with stress, stuff like that. Things that are so like relatable to everyone, especially to high schoolers. And it captures that teenage angst and like exaggeration of emotions that people feel. And I just think it's so incredible how it was done, because it takes so many complex themes and it incorporates into one great overarching storyline, and it's phenomenal. I would say go this movie just to see the themes, honestly, because it has some incredible themes and such that you're just like, whoa, yes, I love this. And yeah, it's so much fun. Obviously, I did say Booksmart is a comedy-driven movie. It's a comedic movie. And it got a lot of buzz at South by Southwest because it's such a great comedy film. And I am glad to just repeat that news. It is great, great for comedy. It's one of the best comedy movies of 2019 so far, at least that I've seen. It really has so many different types of comedy and does them all so well. It has just dry humor, like Britain kind of humor. It has like play on words like puns. It has raunchy humor. It has awkward humor. Like, it's incredible with the amount of comedy types they take from different films and inspiration and just tackle it all into this glorious comedy packed film. It really is great. My theater actually was dying laughing almost the entire time, and we only had like, I would say 20 at most in that theater, and like there was this one mother that was just dying the whole film. It was really just emphasized how like comedy driven this movie is, and it has such great comedy. And if you're genuinely trying to look for a good comedy film, please go see this film. It's a joy, and you will love it. And you know what you will also love about this movie? The great shots and sequences in this film. This is another thing that made me really think, wow, this is like very 8th grade, because both films had great sequences with that camera, dude. Like, especially the pool sequence in Booksmart. Oh, it blew me away. I completely fell in love with this movie so much more after that pool sequence. It very much reminded me of the 8th grade pool sequence, but not to like where it would rip off. Like, it's very different in its respectives, but it feels like a subtle nod to that movie. Some of these shots are just glorious, honestly. Especially that pool sequence. I can't get over it. I continuously am thinking, because it's a very, very impressive pool sequence that really reveals a lot about everything. And it's a nice thing for the film. Like, that's even a thing that's like, I would go to that movie again just for the pool sequence. It's just, whew, that level is insane. After I saw the movie, obviously I was just like, whoa. But then the more I thought of it, the more I was like, oh my god, that soundtrack was something, like what a soundtrack is meant to be. Like, it's like the soundtrack's an afterthought in the film, obviously. And it's not in a bad way, like you would think. It very much, you're not like, whoa, it's this song or something like that, or you're not focused on the soundtrack. It just elevates the film. It brings a new level to it, a new set of emotion packed into it, and it doesn't make you think about the soundtrack. It just is like, here's the music, and you don't give a thought to it while you're watching the movie. You're just playing along like, oh yeah, obviously that would be there. And I think that's a big power to this movie. The subtlety in this movie is phenomenal, especially with the soundtrack. And it just really elevates that film mentally for you because it's an afterthought. You're not focused on it. You're focused on this incredible storyline that, sure, at times might be a little stereotypical, but it's a nice, fresh twist as well to the coming-of-age comedy drama kind of thing. And yeah, it's great. So the final things I really want to say about this movie, because I love this movie, is it's a very good indie gem that you gotta see. It is phenomenal. It's so much fun. I beg you all to see it, support it, because it's not getting the press it deserves. South by Southwest had its buzz for it, and it deserved that buzz. Olivia Wilde gives such a good directorial debut, and it's so much fun. It's a lot of fun, it's a fresh new twist, and it gives you a good, refreshing look at cinema. And it's a great, great movie. It's going to be a cult classic no matter what. I want it to be a major success as well. I love it. Love it so much. It's great. It's great. You will love it. Please go see it. So guys, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching this review. And yeah, I might see you another time this week because I'm seeing another movie this weekend. It's crazy Memorial Day weekend. A lot of movies come out. And I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you so much. Have you guys heard of this movie? Because I'm genuinely curious about this question. Because not a lot of people have been talking about it. But there seems to be a little talk here and there about it. That's why I think it's getting a cult classic status eventually. But yeah, did you see it? What do you think? Did you enjoy this film? Because I feel like a lot of people like this movie, but I do think there will be some people that won't like it for whatever reasons they have. And I'm curious, if you didn't like it, please tell me why you didn't. I'm curious to hear the other side. And yeah, thank you so much. I will see you later. And yeah, thank you.